No, this is not a Taco Bell commercial, although I wish it was. Thankfully, my sister brings me Taco Bell because she knows that I don't eat, and she slides it right through the trunk, and I chow down like it's the first meal that I've had in years. One of the most daunting parts of this whole project has just been wiring from the front to the back and making sure that everything's nice and clean. I have to pull the carpet up to, make sure that I can put all the wires, nice and hidden. Now, the key is to save this carpet as is once I get it out, because I'm going to use it as a template for my new carpet. If I don't do that, I don't know. So to remove the carpet completely, you have to take out most of the plastics, which I'm going to do anyways because I'm going to paint and replace a lot of this so I can make my dream interior vision come true. This little front bezel comes out pretty easy. There's just like a couple screws holding it in. Then you gotta take off the little gear shifter, pop this little cigarette lighter connection out. And yeah, not too bad, not too daunting. The little safety guide removed from the actual parking brake, I can lift it up to its highest position and lift this center console out of the way. Just when I thought it was safe to remove the center console, I'm stuck on a few odd wires and aftermarket things that are coming from the radio. Then I've got this weird billet stick shift knob here that you need a micro Allen wrench to undo. Thankfully, I've got a vast array of micro Allen wrenches. So I found it right here. Take this little guy off, slip that handle off, and yeah, again, continue to struggle taking the center console out. Not too shabby. I think I'll keep this billet one and I'll just paint it because it's not bad. I mean, I don't like the billet, but if it's black, it's not bad. Ooh, I wish you paint it white. Is that tacky? Probably tacky, huh? So with the center console out, I've only got a couple more wires to undo, and then I can put this thing safely in my garage as it waits for its paint. So there you have it, it's all gone. Keep all these screws in little pieces. I know that I'm going to get to the end of this job and I'm going to either be missing stuff or I'm going to have too many of certain things. Either way, what can you do? So looking under the hood, I find this grommet, this firewall grommet, and this is going to be the safest passage for my amp power wires. I am going to end up running 2 power wires, and I know a lot of you reached out saying that I only need to run 1, and I would have done it that way. I was just told to run 2 separate ones, and not knowing better and not having a lot of experience, I just took the advice of the guy at Crutchfield. Now, I saw this dude, he made this awesome coat hanger hook and he sticks the coat hanger through the firewall, the coat hanger grabs onto the wires and he pulls it through, and it's just a beautiful process. Well, I find myself outside and I don't have my coat hanger and I'm too lazy to go inside the house and go upstairs and find a coat hanger. So instead, My genius idea is to wrap the wires around the long screwdriver and tape them with masking tape. It's you know, the epitome, it's the opposite of a genius move, and this video doesn't document just how long it took, but I struggled with it. Eventually I prevailed, so, you know, I win. So disconnect that battery before you do anything. I take the, you know, that negative cable off, set it aside, and figuring out how I'm going to mount these fuse boxes. And, you know, thankfully this kit came with these fuse boxes. It's really nice, so I don't have to worry about, like, you know, I don't know, an engine fire or something catastrophic. Mounting the fuse boxes, I attempted to do it the right way. I was going to drill into, you know, my body area under the trunk. I couldn't get a drill down there, so I decided to put my Mickey Mouse costume on, and I used Gorilla Glue double stick tape for the time being. You know, eventually when I clean up my engine bay, please don't look at my engine bay, don't judge my engine bay. I haven't really done much to it since buying the car in January. So again, you know, I'm gonna address the things that you're probably looking at right now and judging me for. Just ignore them, okay? You can see by the use of all the billet accoutrements that the previous owner was a big billet fan. Alright, there you have it. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, you know, again, ignore the double stick tape. So with the wires coming through, I can start running them to the back of the vehicle. They remind me of like red vines. You know how bad I want to chew into one of these? On a bad day with the car started? Just kidding. This job actually encompasses every single thing that I hate to do. Wires, working under the dashboard, working in the trunk, wires, routing wires. And it involves every tool that I have, like every single tool that I have is out right now. Alright, under the carpet, here we go. Where these wires stop, only I know. So zip tie everything. And it runs all the way through the back into the trunk. There you have it. So I want to put the sound deadening mat all over everything that I can. And I have a lot of packs in my garage, and yeah, just cutting everything to size, rolling it down. So I bought this piece of metal to make my bracket for the amp. Lo and behold, I did not realize that drilling into this was just, boy oh boy, it was hard. You know, I tried for probably 30-40 minutes before contemplating. Oh,
what happened?
Nothing.
What'd you do?
I can't get this hole in here.
Oh my god, in the...
Oh my god.
You okay?
Look at, yeah, I mean, I've spent all day. Look at this. Power. Wow. Thank you, John. Nothing like the help of a friendly neighbor when you're in dire need. So before I start the install, again, I'm going to cover the this piece of metal with the sound deadening material too. I got the power wires run from the front of the car to the rear of the car. I got the amp bracket drilled up. Well, I didn't drill it. I failed and my neighbor helped me. Saw that I was looking pretty darn sad in the corner of my garage. And then, let's see what else I did. I took out the center console. I took out some more plastic paneling. So the next task will be to run my RCAs from the front head unit to the rear amp, and then start wiring up my speakers too. Not a bad day for progress. Not a bad day at all. Today's a new day. Yesterday I spent the majority of my time, which was like 5 hours, wiring the power cords to the battery, through the car, to the amp in the back. Today I'm going to actually set up the amp, wire up the ground terminals, and see how far I can get with some of the limited time that I have today. Alright, let's go. This was fun and easy. It was the funnest and easiest part of the whole job. I think the hardest part of just mounting it was holding it up with one arm and reaching above with my other hand to actually just mount it. It's a surprisingly heavy little amp, and it's obviously an awkward position, you know, when you're hunched over like the hunchback of Notre Dame in the back seat of your Mustang. But the fit, I was happy with the fit. I was, you know, I added these rubber spacers between the metal just to make sure that there would be no metal and metal contact. You know, I added plenty of washers, plenty of rubber spacers, and the whole thing felt really secure. People have been messaging me that they like installing Caraudio, and I want to know what you like about this. So far, I mean, I think I cracked my hip doing this. My neck is killing me. Like, this is the worst. This is like worse. This is second bad to like plumbing. I hate plumbing. My bathroom sink just started leaking. I had to replace it. I had to crawl under the cabinet to do it. I ended up using, you know, the OEM double-ended studs and the same holes that were there. So it was a, you know, again, it was a really nice fit. I'm happy with it. I do want to build a little cover to go underneath, so when you open the trunk, you don't, you know, see, it's not like a show stopping work by any way, shape, or form. So I'd like to build a little cover to enclose it. Well, that ends the progress for now, and I'm getting so close to actually wiring everything up. So with the amp wires run, the ground wires run, the remote wires run throughout the car, all I gotta do is wire up the speakers, and that's coming up next. So we're getting real close to firing this guy up. Again, had I known what an undertaking this would have been, I still would have taken on the project because I like to have good sound in my cars. I hate, you know, it's important to me. So, you know, it was a learning experience. I'm definitely still learning a lot, but I'm so happy that I've tackled this, and now I can see that I did my own audio install, and I can work on the audio in my Corvette and my Camaro too. So anyways, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.